Hi everyone, I'm Pedro and I'm back with another video of IELTS tips. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on, as you can see by the board, IELTS reading, and in particular, matching headings questions. This question type is testing your ability to read text and understand the main ideas in each paragraph. You'll be given a set of headings, and each heading refers to the main idea of a paragraph or section of the text. You'll be tasked with matching each heading, which will be identified by Roman numerals, to the correct lettered paragraph or section. Each heading will only be used once. There will always be more headings than paragraphs or sections, so you'll need to read carefully as some headings will not be needed. As you can see in this example, the text has 5 sections and you have 9 headings to choose from. You'll also find that one or more paragraphs or sections may already be matched to a heading as an example. Keep this in mind, as this means that you can cross out that heading so that you don't consider it when you're trying to match the others. In our example, although there are 9 headings to choose from, you only need to consider 8 of them, as one has already been used in the example. In a previous video, we looked at how to approach matching information questions. I mentioned that to answer those questions, you'll need to focus on specific information in the paragraphs. However, for matching headings questions, you're going to need to focus on the main idea of each paragraph or section. So, where do you find the main idea in a paragraph? Well, try reading the first 2 lines of each paragraph, as this is where the topic sentence is usually located, although sometimes it could be the final sentence. When you read those sentences, make a note of what the paragraph is about. But these topic sentences are here to help you. Don't just rely on them for your answer. You still need to read the paragraphs carefully to choose the correct answer. Let's have a look at the first line of section B. Now, reading this, I believe that the paragraph would go on to provide evidence to support the claim that farming is the #1 activity affecting the Earth's surface. Reading a bit more, I can also see world food mentioned after the second sentence. The last line also mentions crops, so I'd probably make a note about this paragraph stating farming affecting Earth's surface and world food. I only need a short note, as I don't have time to write full sentences about each paragraph. Now look at the headings. As usual, keep a lookout for keywords and synonyms. However, there are a couple of other things for you to consider when you're reading this list of headings. When reading the headings and identifying keywords, you may find that some of the headings have the same vocabulary. For example, in this list of options, 2, 3, and 7 each contain the word farming. In this case, identify the other keywords in the headings. Remember that the headings use different words to express the same ideas in the paragraphs, so it's important that you think about synonyms and different phrases to express these ideas. Now that you've identified the other keywords in the headings, think about what the paragraphs would talk about for each heading. Let's have a look at the headings in our previous example. These 3 headings all mention farming, but what would the paragraphs be about? Heading 2 would probably focus on contemporary farming and the results it has on the environment. Heading 3, however, would probably talk about how farming is linked to the deterioration of soil, whereas heading 7 would be more about food production resulting from farming. This last heading seems familiar and should remind you of a paragraph I've already mentioned in this video. Now that you've read the headings and thought about what the paragraphs or sections might talk about, it's time to match them. Don't forget, your notes that you previously made next to each paragraph will help you here. If you're finding a particular paragraph difficult, don't waste any more time on it. Move on to the next paragraph and then come back to it. It might be that by the time you come back to it, you may have already crossed off other headings, which would then make it easier for you to choose your answer. And even if it is still too difficult for you, make a guess. Never leave your answer blank on the answer sheet. If you do, you're guaranteed to get 0 marks, but if you make a guess, you never know, it might be your lucky day and you get it right. And that's all for this video. I hope it's been useful and it helps you in your IELTS studies. If you've got any questions to ask me, let me know in the comments section. For now, good luck with your studies and I'll see you in the next video.